to the channel and welcome back to night number 2 of 31 days of October. So tonight I decided that I'd bring you guys to a very old cemetery here in Imperial County. This one is known as the Old Cowboy. That was an automated thing that just went off. Okay, that kind of startled me. Sorry. So, here at the Old Pioneer Cemetery, or as some people call it, the Old Cowboy Cemetery, here in Imperial, California. And I was looking up online because I don't know the full history of this old cemetery, but it's said to believe that, well, I mean, people have made up stories of seeing cloaked figures and strange lights in this old cemetery. It is gated off. This cemetery is private property and it is owned, I believe, by the city, if I'm not mistaken. There's a big white sign over yonder behind where the car is parked, stating it's private property. Also, with that being said, this cemetery was dated back to the 1900s, the early 1900s. The first burial known to take place here was, I think, 1903, I read up, or 1904, one of those years. And then the last one was in the 1940s. Since the 1940s, no one has been, there's no electricity in the cemetery at all either. But no one has been reported to be buried here since the early 1940s, mid-1940s. So I am going to do a spirit box session for a little bit with you guys and see what we can communicate with. What's up, Billy? What's up, Flock? How's it going, guys? What's up, baby? What's up, Patricia? How's it going? Appreciate you guys being here. Smash that like button, guys. Hope you guys do enjoy this live stream. Because I worked early, so I got out of work earlier. So I gotta be careful where I walk because this ground, this is very soft dirt. Like this dirt, like I'm barely stepping on it and it's sliding underneath my feet. Like you guys can see what I mean here. Like, and I don't know if Jen told me or if I'm gonna completely get this wrong, but I thought she said at one point that felt like you were walking on quicksand when you stepped on this dirt because of how soft it is. What's up, Vince? How's it going, man? Appreciate you being here. You guys, if you can, I know it's late again. I apologize. Tomorrow's live stream is going to be much, much earlier, so you guys in the East Coast and other countries can catch it and be here for the longer period of time. Without any more hesitation, I'm going to be careful as I can be. As you guys can see here in front of me is a fence there, gating, like this fence goes all around the cemetery. So I'm not going to take a chance of going in there because I don't know how soft the inside of the dirt is. I mean, me just stepping on this here is pretty soft already. So I'm going to break out the spirit box. Yeah, the flooding has caused the area, yeah, back in the 40s. So I'm going to break out the spirit box and, oh, okay. Well, that's something I didn't know. I appreciate that information, babe. Caskets did surface from the flood. Wow. Why do I hear talking? So over there, I don't know what's over there. I can't really see that far and it's dark, but oh. What the fudge? I don't know if it's my mind playing tricks, but I heard somebody talking like over a radio. I don't know if you guys heard that or not. Okay, let me break out the spirit box. Let me not waste you guys' time. You guys came here to see, Yeah, let me hurry up. Jen's right. I don't want to blind myself either. I can't see if there's anyone coming towards me. So, I do hope you guys enjoy this. Smash that like button and share this out. Hello? What the fudge was that? Okay, Fluff, stop playing around, dude.
S-Box. Scanning FM.
I swear I keep hearing stuff, guys. And I haven't even started the session yet.
Scanning AM.
Okay, there we go. AM. Let's get this going. Spirits, before I turn the volume up in the spirit box, I come with the most utmost respect, peace, and love. I'm only here to communicate with you. If you would like to communicate with me, that's perfectly fine. Okay, either some dogs are barking or that's... I don't know if we get coyotes out here. I hear dogs. I gotta hurry this up. Alright, let me turn this volume up. Yes. Oh, okay. I didn't even ask a question. Oh, maybe it was to the dog question I asked. Hello, my name's Fluff. Fluffy. Oh my god, that just said Fluffy. It's been a while since I've done this, so don't mind me if I get excited for some spirit saying my name. Hello. Nice to meet you. So you know who I am. Okay, this is definitely eerie. Jen wasn't wrong when she said that this gives an eerie vibe. No street lights, complete darkness in the middle of nowhere. Hi. What's your name? Let me stay close to the car just in case I have to run. Whoa. More coyotes. Okay, I'm sorry I keep interrupting you. What is your name? Hello? Yes. Hi. What's your name? Is it okay if I talk with you? I'm not disturbing you, am I? Yeah, let me just stand over here by the car with the light. That way I don't have to hold the light and everything else, because I can't. Okay, there we go. You said my name again. You know who I am then. And just to make sure that everybody is aware that this spirit box right now is an AM. It's not an FM. So anything that we're picking up right now is legit spirit contact. What is the woman's name that is speaking to me right now? No way did I just hear barking on the spirit box. What? I never heard that before. Was that a dog like barking? That just said yes. Who's speaking to me right now? Can you give me your name? Am I upsetting you by being here? I don't mean to upset you, I really don't. Happens? Well, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd come by and give you guys some company. Do you like when company comes? Do any of your family members come visit you? Can you say that one more time for me? I didn't catch that. Ooh, I like this. I miss this so much. Who is the gentleman speaking to me? What was that? I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. I didn't know what you said. Whoa! That was a deep male voice. Why don't they want anybody in the cemetery? Is it not safe? Is it dangerous? Can somebody get in trouble for going into this cemetery? You know what's crazy too? The wind wasn't blowing when I first got here. Now the wind's starting to blow a little bit. Yes. I'd like to know what your name is if you don't mind telling me. Can you say that again? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Death? Can you give me a number of how many people have passed away and was buried here in this cemetery? Whoa. Oh shit, what the fuck was that? Sorry, I didn't mean to kick the car, I swear. Something like, I don't know if that was a bug or... Did somebody just touch my ankle? Did somebody just touch my right ankle? Yes. Oh shit. I'm sorry guys. I didn't... Babe, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to kick the car. Who touched my ankle? Can you give me a name? Am I bothering you guys too much? If you want me to leave, just politely tell me to leave and I'll leave you be. I apologize for interrupting. I did not mean to kick the car. That spirit just said, yes, I meant to kick the car. No, I didn't. That was Spanish, okay. We got some Spanish-speaking spirits. Hello. Hola. ¿Cómo estás? What did that say? What? I think it did. Please go? Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. They want me to go. They're making that clear. Somebody's like walking towards me right now. Huh? All right.
Who was walking towards you?
I don't know. I just heard footsteps. All right. Thank you.
Bye, stay back there. We don't want you. Bye-bye.
I didn't mean to scare you with that kick to the bumper.
I'm over here fucking reading Bible scriptures and shit in the
Bible
car.
scripture.
No, it's not funny, man. That cemetery scares the shit out of me.
See, guys, I told you, there's two things in this world that scare Jen. This cemetery and the Cosmopolitan Hotel,
though,
room 10.
Before
Now, my light just flashed for no reason.
Please don't be in my car. That's all I care about.
You guys have to stay there. You guys cannot follow us home.
Like, one of the scariest nights of my life was in that cemetery.
Was it?
Yes.
What was your experience that night? Were you with somebody or?
I don't want to talk about it, okay?
Okay, okay.
Like,
Well, I didn't know you had an experience there.
why do you think I'm morbidly afraid of that cemetery?
Guys, she peeled out of there. She didn't even hesitate.
I didn't even turn the lights on. I was driving
No.
down the street. No, you want to go? We're leaving.
The headlights were off when she pulled out. Like, she peeled out of there.
You ain't got to tell me we're leaving twice. Shit. You almost got left there.
Oh, shit.
Find your own freaking way home. Sorry I cussed, ladies and gentlemen, but
No, I swore too. I didn't mean to. But, guys, for those who watch this later on, yeah, why do you think she ever didn't even get out of the car? No, I know. She didn't want
I
to.
get out of no damn car. You're crazy out your head. I know, but I don't even like that place during the day.
Yeah, during the day, it's something else still. That cemetery, no. There's something with that cemetery.
Well, okay, when I was growing up, obviously that cemetery is 120 years old.
Yeah.
My sister lived on Ralph Road. She lived on that road. Not too far from the cemetery, maybe like 2 or 3 blocks, if you could call them blocks. Like, it's country road. So, country road blocks are like huge.
Yeah.
So she had remember I told you she had like a house with a bunch of acres of land?
Yeah.
And so when I was little, and I'm talking like 7 years old, 6, 7 years old was when she got that, 8 years old, because it was after she got married. And I only remember because I was 8 years old, and the first time I was a flower girl was in her wedding. And she got that house, and like, we all knew her house was haunted, but we didn't know who it was haunted by.
Yeah.
Because it was her father-in-law's house, and her father-in-law got killed in a car accident. Not by his home, but he just got killed in a car accident. That's how she inherited the house.
Wow.
And that, like, she had like and she doesn't believe in none of this stuff, mind you. She's very like bougie, persnickety, like, she does not believe in, she believes that something happens to us after, but she doesn't believe in like ghosts and the paranormal and all that other nonsense to her, right?
Yeah.
So she would have experiences like her blankets being ripped off of her.
What?
And nobody else was home. Like, she had experiences like that. She would hear laughing, like a man laughing in her house. And I had heard it too when I was little. Like, I thought my brother-in-law had come home early because my sister was in the shower, and I heard somebody in the den just like cutting it up laughing, like belly ripping laugh. Like, it wasn't faint in the slightest. It was like a jolly man, like watching a football game laughing type stuff, right? And I go into the room, the den room, where their TV was, and the TV's off. There's nobody in there.
What?
And because, like I said, I thought my brother-in-law, because I loved my brother-in-law, I thought he had come home early.
Yeah.
And there was nobody in there. But I was like I said, 8 or 9 years old, and I didn't know anything about the paranormal then.
Yeah.
Like, in any
There
real
was
level.
no, yeah.
So I just thought like, oh well. Like, and that's how I was about that stuff. I just was kind of oh well about it. Like, maybe I thought my mind was playing tricks on me. That's how I thought it was. But one day, like, she would drive me past that cemetery, like taking me out to her house all the time. It did not have a gate around it at the time. The gate is, I don't want to say new. I would say fairly new. Probably around the time, like in the 90s at some point they put that up. The late 90s. And that's when it was technically like a foreclosed land. Like, it's owned by the city, but not like owned by the city. It's a foreclosed cemetery. And the ground is unstable. So they don't let you like walk out there because the ground is unstable, and you can fall through it.
Yeah. That ground was very soft outside of the
like,
fence.
It's not even like beach sand soft. It's
No.
way worse than that. Okay, so now that we're far enough away from there and we're actually in town. Okay, when I was 14, mind you, I've been into the paranormal since I was a kid, obviously. Like, I've had experiences.
Your sisters took you,
I had really horrible sisters that grew up in like the 80s and were like the type of people that would do stuff to like promote fear in you, basically. Like, this is back when political correctness just pretty much didn't exist. I always tell people I'm part of the prior to the cancel culture, because everything in my childhood would have been canceled.
Yeah.
So I was about, I guess, 14, 15. All my friends lived out in Imperial. I went to Imperial High School. We decided we wanted to play out there. There's like cornfields and stuff, and we wanted to go play in the cornfields one October. We were in high school, and it was the local lore was always like, you don't want to be caught out in the cemetery. The gatekeepers will take your soul. There was this just local scary stories, and stuff. So we decided we wanted to play, like, it was called terror tag when I was in high school, and it was like you were kind of to the tune of like what Rush Week would be like in a sorority, like when you go to pledge and they do stuff to you to rush you.
Yeah.
So terror tag was, pick the person, and to see if they were a badass, you would put them in a really crazy ass situation.
Yeah.
And see if they lasted. And now this is before cell phones and camera phones. Well, before that. Well, not before cell phones, but camera phones and all that nonsense. So it was just, whatever happened, whoever witnessed it was your proof and your word. So everybody in high school, I was like, the spooky goth kid and all that. And I'm still a spooky goth kid, just I'm a mom, so I kind of, and I work for I'm a mortician, so I have to kind of pay attention to my status in the community and how I dress and stuff like that. But Fluff can tell you I've got more black and goth apparel in my closet than I probably do anything else. And so I got tagged one night, and what they do is they show up at your house, and like it'll be a group of people, and they show up at your house, and whoever's cool enough to have a car is the one that drives, and they blindfold you, and they take you to a location, and you have to do what they say. And this is small town shit, basically. So it's what people do in small towns, like not every single small town, but I guess how they get their kicks off or whatever. And so I got tagged and blindfolded. I was taken to that cemetery, and it's always like midnight type spooky, lore nonsense, like they try to follow every, systematic in the book that, you know, don't go someplace at midnight, don't do this, don't do that, and everything they say don't do is what you're gonna end up doing, right? So this is, I don't remember the gate being up then, because I don't remember, because if there was a gate, I would have ran straight through that shit. I wouldn't have cared. So there is I don't know if you saw it, but the benches,
Yes,
the
I seen them.
benches that are there.
Yeah, there is benches there.
So I got told that I got placed on the bench. I obviously did not know where I was. I had a blindfold on. I could smell the dirt, so I knew I was someplace outside, and I had a clue that I was in a cemetery because of the things they were saying, like, you know, don't step there, blah blah blah. You know, I was like, you know, you don't step on headstones. So I assumed it was probably. My head went there, and I was like, I'm at some cemetery, which I assumed was the newer Imperial Cemetery, which is off of the freeway. We've done videos there for parrot games and stuff like that, which is also a foreclosed cemetery. It's also absorbed by the city, but much nicer and well more preserved.
Not as creepy.
Not as creepy.
Not even
but,
close.
So I'm out there, and I hear them giggling and walking away, and what they do is they leave you with a walkie-talkie.
Oh, shoot.
And the walkie-talkie will then, I was so fortunate as to have my hands tied behind my back. And
They tied you.
oh yeah, they were brutal. I mean, these are like back. This is, like I said, this is before cancel culture and all this other. Like, there was nothing you couldn't do, pretty much. You know, it was meant to promote fear, and that's what they were gonna test you with. And so I'm there with my hands tied behind my back, and I guess everybody assumed, like, we have to, like, really up the ante with her because she's so hard to scare and everything. And they will tell you when you can remove your blindfold. I couldn't remove my blindfold. My hands are tied behind my back. So I hear okay, like, you know, over the walkie-talkie, like, go ahead and remove your blindfold. I couldn't even click the radio, the walkie-talkie, to tell them how am I going to remove my blindfold. Yeah, my hands are behind my back. So I'm trying to, you know, like, stretch my head and move my cheeks and everything to get this blindfold down. And I thought the whole time somebody was in the cemetery with me.
Oh,
that they had somebody there, because that would make sense, right?
Yeah.
She's blindfolded. She has her hands behind her back. Somebody needs to be. There's some, like, and this is when we did have camcorders, so it was being filmed. It just wasn't on a cell phone or anything like that. So I was by myself. There was 4 other people, and then me. And because it was a 5-passenger vehicle, so that's all that would fit. Next to me is a glow stick, because that's going to do so much, you know. And I could sort of see the glow stick, like, as I'm moving the blindfold, trying to move it down from my cheeks. I could sort of see the glow stick. And I'm hearing, like, I'm feeling this behind me, like, on my shoulder. Like,
tapping.
A light hand on my shoulder, but tapping my shoulder. And I think and in my mind, it's somebody, like, letting me know that they're there. And I'm like, hey, can you just take the blindfold down, please? And I kid you not, my hands are behind my back, tied with rope. Something untied that blindfold. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, thanks. And so I'm like, can you hand me the walkie-talkie? I'm like, can you, like, push the walkie-talkie and just hold it to me? I hear the walkie-talkie click, click.
No.
Like, and I'm like, no, put it to my face. And I turn, there's nobody there. Turn the other side, nobody there. And then I'm sitting there and I'm like, what do I, like, you go into panic mode of, like, you know what you just experienced, you know what just happened, what do I do? And mind you, there is no way humanly possible or physically possible that blindfold could have been pulled, because it was double knotted to keep it on my head. And when I looked at it on the floor, it was opened. The knot was undone because it fell to my lap and fell to the floor. And I remember when I looked down, I saw this undone, like a bandana is what it was. And I'm sitting there and I'm in shock. The only way I can describe it is I'm in shock, because I don't know what's happening. What in my head is like, you're being messed with. There has to be somebody there. Well, I look across the street where you saw where all those lights were.
Yeah.
And I could make out the silhouette of 4 people.
What?
there's nobody in that cemetery with me that's a part of our group. And I just sat there and I didn't know if I should get up and run. I didn't know what to do because I couldn't really see it. You saw it's really dark.
It is dark. Without any light, it's dark.
I couldn't grab the glow stick, and even if I could, what was that going to do? Okay, so I'm sitting there with my head down because I don't want to look. And I'm starting to say the Lord's Prayer because that's the only thing I could think to do. And then I hear a voice repeating it beside me.
What?
Yeah. I got up and I ran across that street and I ran over to those train tracks that we went over, and I refused to stop running with my hands tied behind my back. All right, so there is a police report with the Imperial Police Department because a cop was coming down that street and sees my stupid ass running with my hands behind my back. So in that area, what do you think the police must have thought? I was being kidnapped, right? So we all got taken to the police department. My parents had to come pick me up because the cops kind of knew about the things that they would do to kids for like homecoming week and stuff like that. And they were like, we weren't in trouble, but we were in trouble. You know, like they were like, don't be out there like that. Like anything could happen to you. You know, anybody could go down those roads. You know, you just never know. You guys are young. Don't do this stuff. Like they had to tell us, you know, whatever. But the cop asked me, he was like, well, so like you did this, they did this to you, like. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, and you just sat there? And I was like, I didn't know what to do. And he starts telling me about experiences that his own father used to have at that cemetery because they had family members buried there.
Jeez.
And he said there's a reason why nobody goes to that cemetery because it is so damn haunted. And he's like, I won't even patrol down that road. The rookies patrol down that road because they don't have experiences yet. But a lot of people won't go down that particular section of road at night because so many accidents have happened down there and stuff like that. Those roads they're got energy. So for me to sit in front of that cemetery where, gosh, I'm going to be 40 in a couple months and I was about 16. So 24 years ago, I had one of the scariest experiences in the paranormal in my life. And
before YouTube.
Well, this is before YouTube. This is before anything.
Wow.
Like, I guess you want to call it poltergeist activity or whatever. Like,
I can't wrap my mind around the fact that a spirit acknowledged what you were asking, you thinking it was actually a human.
No, the part that scared me to the point where like I will shake, and that's when I was like, I don't want to talk about it, even being close over there, was hearing the Lord's Prayer echoed in my ear.
Oh,
by some, and it wasn't like it wasn't like a whisper. It was like a lower baritone version of somebody, like, but just right next to me, like the person was sitting next to me on that bench. Like just a not guttural, but almost guttural. Our Father, who art in heaven, and I'm just sitting there. So this is why a lot of times when people will say the Lord's Prayer, I get like chills when I hear the Lord's Prayer because I go back to that night. I talked to somebody about that, and because of the stuff that's been seen there with cloaked figures and the fact that the land is so disturbed over there, maybe that was the closest I ever came to experiencing demonic activity.
Jeez.
That's the way I look at it. That's my story. I don't even like talking about it. So there you go. You guys got
that story out of her.
Me one time. I'm never.
I didn't even hear that story, and that's the first time me hearing it. And I've been with her for almost 3 years.
He knows why I don't like that area. He knows
she won't go over there.
He knows I hate it.
Last year I tried going over there to film a video. And I think it was for the Paragames challenge. And she wouldn't even stop. She's like, "No, we're going to the other one. We're not doing it. We're not going to this one.
We're not stopping. We're not doing this."
What's up, Carol? How's it going?
So it's like if people want to hear like my paranormal story that just put me to that edge, took me to that place, that was my story. And I work in cemeteries, I work in funeral homes, I work with the dead, and nothing has scared me, and I've had experiences, but nothing has scared me to the lengths that night scared me, and nothing has scared me since, like to those lengths. I don't know if that one, like, okay, quote unquote, broke my cherry or my paranormal cherry, whatever. But that, and I've never forgotten it. Like, the smell of that dirt over there was reminding me of it. Like, I was, like, in the car, like, when you kicked the car, like, literally, like...
You jumped?
No, I just sat there and I was like, I need to leave.
Oh,
I
shit.
need to get out of here.
I didn't even mean to kick the car, so it felt like something grabbed my ankle.
Like, that's why I was like, I almost had a heart attack right now, but...
Like, it felt like something grabbed my ankle after I heard the coyotes, and then I heard, like, after the spirit box kept on, giving out responses.
And you'll get... You guys want a place that will give you responses? That place is going to give you
That place will give you responses.
Like,
You'll feel stuff around
it's
you.
It's so unknown, because that whole little area is so unknown. But
like I said in the beginning of the live stream, the last person known to be buried there was in the 1940s. The very first person was buried there in 1903.
And they had, like, the story of the glowing headstones, but I believe that's been debunked because there is that light that's about, a mile? Half a mile or so, 3/4 of a mile down. And it's pretty bright, and I think that's what reflects off that one polished headstone that everybody talks about. But, my sisters used to go and hang out in that cemetery and stuff like that with their creepy friends when they were younger and stuff, and they had experiences. But I will say the reason that they had experiences was because they did something incredibly stupid and stole one of the headstones.
No.
Yeah, back in we're talking like early 80s, late 70s, where kids were stupid. There was nothing on the internet that told them, like, hey, you probably shouldn't do this.
Guys, nowadays don't do that,
but
especially
it was a little, and I remember her telling me there was a little headstone that said baby. Like, it was hand done, and it just said baby. And I guess because it was small enough, he thought, I'm going to take this, Just a rowdy idiot. And I guess he took it, and I'm not going to elaborate on what I do remember, because I heard that story decades ago. But just a lot of bad shit was happening to the guy, and they're like, you need to take that headstone back and ask for forgiveness. And so he did. I don't know if anything continued. The guy wouldn't talk about it. I remember him saying Carol, he wouldn't talk about it anymore.
Carol's like, I hate coyote cries, and then she's like, oh hell, that's just disrespectful. What's up, Adam?
And
what's up, Adam? Yeah, we left the cemetery because stuff started happening. Like 20 minutes. Yeah, 20 minutes in. Too many. You have to go back and watch the beginning. I'll probably go back, but I have to probably go back with somebody else because Jen refuses to go back over there. You'll have to go back a little bit further in the live stream and listen to her paranormal experience she had at this cemetery that we just left.
I don't even talk about it. Like,
no, that was the first time I've heard about it.
No, like when people are like, "Oh, the scariest place," I just don't talk about it because it scared the shit out of me. It was.
I don't even know how I'd freaking react.
But see, that's why, like, and no fault to anybody that does these challenges and stuff. I know everybody's starting to do challenge things with paranormal. They don't scare me. You can't scare me with them. You can creep me out. You can make me uncomfortable, but you're not going to scare me. It's going to take everything in you and probably more than you could come up with to scare me.
Yeah, Billy, when I said that it was time to go, she already had the car in drive.
That car was in drive.
She was already starting to move. I had to hop in. She wasn't waiting.
The fact that I even entertained the idea took a lot.
Right, Adam?
And then when we got out there, I was like, this is a bad idea, but
yeah, Jen didn't
we were invested.
Yeah. I'm invested in doing this 31 days of October live stream and videos. And any videos that I do in the month of October are going to be completely raw footage. I'm not going to edit them. So you guys see what we go through when we go to these locations. Jen was leaving with or without. Yeah, she was leaving with or without.
He would have stayed.
I would have stayed there, and she would have been like, "I'll come back in the morning."
I'm like, y'all meet you someplace, but I ain't
hell
going
no.
back over there.
You guys would see me run. Is that cemetery on the main drag of Old Town? No, this is not Old Town. We're not in San Diego right now, Adam. This is actually in the Imperial County.
It's about an hour and a half.
45 minutes or so.
An hour and a half. What is it? West? East?
Yeah, the east. An hour and a half east of San Diego.
More of a border town into Mexico than anything.
If you look up the Imperial County, look up the old Imperial Cemetery, and that's the cemetery we were just at. There's two different ones. You have to make sure you look up the old Imperial Cemetery. Because there's a new one, the Historic Pioneer Cemetery. Is that what they call it?
Because there's one that both of the cemeteries in Imperial, California, are foreclosed cemeteries.
Yeah, you cannot access the cemeteries. They have a gate around them, and they have no trespassing signs.
Well, but the other one that we've gone to, like you can
that one you can access that one, but the old one you can't access.
Open to the public still, but the other one has a big ass sign that says
with a fence around
that
it.
they will arrest you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They'll prosecute you.
It's a huge sign.
Yeah, big white sign. You can't miss it.
There's no way to miss it. And they're like, do not step on this property. Now, Austin did not.
I didn't step on the property.
He didn't step on the property. He stayed outside.
I was outside of the gate, but the ground was very soft.
And like you could. There's people that obviously have gotten through, but
yeah.
There's that one side of the gate. I was like, you could enter through there.
I told her before I even started, I'm like, I'm not going to do that.
Because he stepped on that soft ground. And I told him, I was like, once you step on that ground, you'll understand what I'm talking about.
Adam, when you come back out this way, whenever you have the time to, I want to bring you to that cemetery so you can feel the energy over there. Because that's no joke. I stepped out of the car. I'm like, oh, it's going to be a simple live stream. Get some responses. And no,
we left.
I heard coyotes crying or howling. I heard a man's voice over intercom or like a loud like.
There was things that I was hearing in the car, but like there was nobody near us.
Nobody near us. No street lights. Nothing. It's almost midnight. It's like 2 minutes to midnight.
When
yeah.
We were there, you know, like.
Is that the cemetery that got foreclosed? Yes. Yes.
It's a foreclosed cemetery.
Adam's heard of it. Yep.
There's two.
There's two though. There's the new.
There's a newer one.
I'll send you the link to the old one.
And then there's like an old cowboy cemetery.
Yeah, they consider it the old cowboy cemetery, the old pioneer.
It's on one is on Ralph Road and one is off of Highway 86.
Yeah.
The Ralph Road one is
the West Ralph Road is the one we were at. Adam, I'll send you the link to that
a lot of the stuff online gets the two, they kind of like intertwine the information.
Like
there'll be people who are talking about like, oh, this one, and it's like, no, that's not the one. Like I grew up in the Imperial County, so I knew which one was which, but reading the information I was like, that picture is not even of that cemetery. Like,
yeah.
That's of the other one, you know. And we actually nearby we have a Jane Doe and a John Doe cemetery. I was telling Fluff about that, where they do bury
unknown
unclaimed bodies. So
I might go over there and see what I can do or what I can pick up.
That one you can only access during the day though.
Oh, during the
they locked that one up.
Okay.
But like the one we were just at, it does have a locked gate. There's a lock on the gate.
That might be a bonus live stream one of these days. Then this week is me doing that during the day at the John Doe cemetery.
But we come out this way because
Carol, there was a man's voice I heard over like a, what is the speakers they use, the cops use, the big microphones.
Oh, like a bullhorn?
The bullhorn, yeah. That's what it sounded like.
But there's nothing out there.
But there's nothing out there. But I heard a man's voice over a bullhorn, like talking, like this is a patrolled or secured area. Leave now. And I'm like, what the fudge did I just hear? And then it was the coyotes, and then
heard that?
Yeah,
I didn't hear anything.
I hope I caught it. I hope I caught it because I heard it. I heard that. Oh, Siri, we're not talking to you.
Is it pushing on my phone? Yeah, it is.
But yeah, guys, for those who missed it, definitely go back and watch it.
Don't go
insane.
Back so you can laugh at me.
No, not laugh at you, but laugh at the fact that I got scared.
I didn't hear it over a loud.
You had to be outside to hear it. I heard it loud and clear.
I had the window down.
I heard it loud and clear. Unless that was my head playing tricks on me, I heard a man's voice say, "This is a secured area. Leave now." Like where those blue lights were, over that way. I'm not even joking. I heard a man's voice.
I would have heard it.
I know you would have.
And I had the window down.
Patricia heard it.
Oh, she did?
Yes.
Oh, well, then maybe there was a cop out there then. No,
it's all right, Texas, Sean. It's all right. You can.
No, it might have been Border Patrol.
That would have been, but that startled me because I wasn't. It was coming towards him or something. Like there is Border Patrol out this way. It's Imperial County.
Oh, I don't know. If I would have heard that, I'd have been like, get in the car, I gotta go.
Right, Carol? She's like, I wonder if you tripped a security thing that recording goes off when you do.
It could have been, because that
cemetery is property of the city.
It could have maybe, but I mean, wouldn't we
Maybe.
have heard it louder?
I heard it loud and clear. I mean, Patricia heard it. I'm pretty sure I caught it on the live stream.
I'll have to go back.
Yeah, that's...
Because I didn't hear anything.
Unless my mind is playing tricks on me, because
Well, then it would have been hers too. So that's...
Oh, yeah.
I thought, because I had the windows down and I didn't have the air on or the...
Yeah, no, the AC was off.
And the only thing I had playing very faintly was your stream, but then I turned it off because I just, like, didn't want to hear any spirit box stuff.
Yeah.
So...
But definitely, guys, I appreciate you guys being here. For those who missed it, go back and watch it. Grab your snacks, turn the lights off. Like, listen.
Don't turn the lights off.
Turn the lights off. Listen closely. Wear headphones. Because I swear I was picking up people speaking in Spanish. I was hearing people responding to my questions.
Do some shorts then and
Like,
upload them of the key points of it. Maybe.
Yeah.
I guess you could do that.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that tomorrow.
I almost died and got arrested over a stupid live stream.
But I'm glad that I was able to do this one. I'm trying. I'm not gonna try. I'm going to make it through the month of October, filming and live streaming every day of this month for you guys. I wanted to do it last year and I never got to do it because I just never got my mind to it. But this year I'm doing it. So I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow for another live stream. We're actually gonna go to Yuma, Arizona tomorrow, and Jen was actually telling me about something that just happened yesterday.
Yeah, but that's disrespectful, so I don't want to do that.
No, I'm not going to do it right away. But eventually I want to go to that location.
There was a lady that was murdered yesterday. The first? Today's
the second.
Today's the third,
technically
actually.
now it's the third.
He was arraigned yesterday,
Yeah.
but it was on the news. So there was a young, well, she wasn't young, she had kids, woman that was murdered, unalived, canceled, whatever you want to call it, for the sake of YouTube censorship. She was, unalived by him, and so there's like all this like taped off crime scene stuff, and he was like wanting to go by and see it, but I'm thinking that's just a little too disrespectful.
Yeah, it is too soon. I'm not going to do that.
But
what I am going to do is I'm going to go to the Yuma cemetery. I've been there once before last year. Was it? Yeah. Last year I was there.
Last year a whole bunch for the Paragames.
And I'm going to go back there, but this time I didn't do it.
Cool.
I didn't do it last time. I didn't do it last time though. I'm going to blindfold myself and I'm going to do the Estes method.
Again?
Live stream there. I didn't do it last time.
Well, you have another place you're doing it too.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. Yeah.
I don't mind. I don't care, but
I'll figure something out for tomorrow night. But
I was gonna say, those spirits are cool because those are the ones that were like inviting me to have tequila shots and stuff.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
They were nice to me. Like if you go back to my last year's Paragames, I think it was the second challenge.
Second or third, yeah.
No, I think it was the second challenge. I don't remember. But they were nice to me, and there was cemetery kitties and stuff,
Of course, I got scared because of the birds, and when Jen edited that video, I'm going to link that video in the description here. Jen edited that video.
First time editing a video.
And she made it funny because I was saying, oh, fudge.
But that was that horrible growl.
Like yeah.
Growl is in that one.
I forgot about the growl in that video.
But that also connected to a really old cemetery. Like that cemetery.
Yeah, that cemetery. There's a new section to it and there's an old section. I'm gonna bring you guys to that cemetery tomorrow. We're gonna go there tomorrow. So that's tomorrow's live stream.
By himself because I went to go get a Happy Meal.
Yeah, she took her and the kids down to McDonald's. Left my fluffy ass in the cemetery. No light because I forgot my light. So all I had the other phone for some sort of light,
like, died
and then it died. So I had no light at all.
But he.
Yeah, and I'm like, where are you? Oh, we're getting Happy Meals. I'm like, what the fuck? She's getting food, and I'm here in the cemetery by myself.
Yeah, and he was like, what if I almost died? I was like, well, then run faster. I don't know.
Adam's like, sounds like my twin.
Yeah, I was like, I ain't hanging around here. I'm gonna go get me some sweet tea.
I can see Adam doing that. Let's go get a Big Mac and some sweet tea.
If Fluff wants to be left in the cemetery alone, let's make it worth the while. And then when I did drive up, it scared him. And it was funny. We were too much. That was like
Adam's like, I'm gonna be getting a 10-piece and a fish fillet.
Yeah.
And Carol's
extra fillet sauce.
Carol's like, ugh, I have nobody to do investigations with in Iowa. Not too many YouTubers here. We should
Well,
we should have her.
we're not near too many, believe it or not. Even
We're
in
not.
San Diego, we're not near. I know there's YouTubers, but like we don't all intermingle.
No.
So, I mean, FaZe was there, but FaZe Rugby, he moved. But like
Kelsey Davies, but she's in LA. She's not in San
she's
Diego.
more, she's Pasadena, if I'm
Yeah,
not
Pasadena. Yeah,
mistaken.
something like that.
She's in more like that area, but
there's really not many people out this way that we actually know that we
like can
mingle
call up
with.
and be like, let's hang out tonight. Like, if all of us, it's a drive. Like, it's at least an hour and a half, 2 hour drive.
Or more. Like,
So
to even get to Adam, it's like 13 hours.
So, like, it may seem like that's not too bad, but like, oh, you guys, traffic.
Yeah. So, no, Carol, we get you. Hopefully, one day we'll be able to get out to Iowa, because I've never been out that way. It'd be cool to meet up and actually film.
Yeah, there's some places in Iowa that we want to go to.
Those are good.
Okay, they used to
Way
be
back when
they used to deep fry them.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not fat for no reason.
No, Adam, tell her she's not fat. Come on.
No, honey, I'm fat, and that's fine. That's just how you describe it, right? But no.
Oh, Carol wants to do the Velisca house.
Yeah, the Axmore.
We can do that, Carol. We have to set a time for that.
That's one that I haven't.
We haven't done that. No.
To being able to do, with my former investigation team, like I was in the talkings with them to be able to go and do it, but then I left that team because they were just something else. And so like I kind of just brushed that one off my bucket list, to be honest with you.
We're definitely gonna set a plan up, Carol. We should message on Twitter.
We're gonna be moving.
Yeah.
Some point this year, so we are gonna be actually moving back towards, Fluffy's homeland. So we're gonna be moving to Mass.
Yeah. The job I have actually, it has different locations in the East Coast, so I'm looking at transfer.
We'll be moving more back that way. Plus, all of our, like, not all of our amazing family and friends are there, but a lot of our family.
A good majority, yeah.
So, good for me, because then I'll be closer to, like, my best friend and stuff like that. So
yeah, Carol, eventually I'll be coming back to the snow. They'll be going to the snow for the first time. Well, she's seen snow before, but she's never lived in it.
That's not true. I lived in Alaska for 3 months, so.
Oh, I forgot you did, yeah. Not the kiddos, though.
No, not the kids, but I mean, I traveled a lot before I had kids.
That's one big thing I want to show the kids, is definitely like a white Christmas.
He didn't mind the snow. People say like, oh, didn't you hate the snow? He didn't mind it.
Nope. I was out in
so much for me. Like, when it comes to stuff, like I didn't realize he wasn't home for the last 2 days because I'm still recovering from stuff, and I had to miss like a day or two of work because my cat hasn't been feeling good, and she's my baby girl. And so he was like, yeah, you better stay home and take care of her. So he ended up doing a double shift at work so that I could, to make up for me having to miss a day of work. And so I didn't get to see him for like 2 days. And as I was at home, I was like, who's going to help me feed all these cats and do all this stuff? Because my kids were busy. And so I was like, you need to come home right now because there's nobody here to make the bed for me and all this other stuff. And then I'm realizing all the things that he does do for me without me even asking. And so I am kind of spoiled. So I'm very lucky in that regard because Fluff does a lot. Like he, as much as I hate the way he does it, sometimes he does my laundry. He always like refills my cup when I'm thirsty, and he's always like doing these little things that you take for granted when it's not there anymore. Like I didn't have it before him, and I used to do all the stuff for myself, and I used to be like, I'm so independent and I don't need anybody. And then like when he wasn't home, I was like, wait a minute. I have to actually get up and fill up my cup when normally I would just look over and all of a sudden, like a ninja, it would be filled.
She would just hand me, there you go. Just show me her cup and wiggle it.
Or I would sit it down and he would notice it was empty by the way it sounds when I sit it down.
Not even half empty. Like it'd be about half, and I already know like half is empty to her.
So he would go and he would like fill it up and just put it there, and I wouldn't even like think about it. It's become second nature. So he does all these little things that I don't have time to do, or he's given like, it gives me time to like relax, and I haven't even realized that he's been doing that for me for the last couple years. That he's given me that area of, you know, being able to breathe or spend that extra 30 minutes or whatever relaxing or whatever, because he does little things for me that I no longer have to do. And I didn't realize, you know, until he wasn't home, that I was like, yeah, no, yeah, he's helpful. I like that guy. He's helpful.
Helpful
But
to
yeah.
a point. Sometimes.
Yes, he's my, like, he's, Adam said it's like Barney to him, you know, because Adam, Paranormal Polynesian, by the way, pick him up. He's in, you know, in the chat. You know, you should click on him and hit the subscribe button. But he has his husband Barney, who is like the biggest, sweetest person ever, and he's kind of like a fluff. Me and Adam are like these little wild feral gremlins running around half the time, and we have the sweetest men in our life, and it's like, you know, I can't say we don't deserve it, because we do, but you know, they put up with us. It's crazy.
Take care, Carol.
Take
Definitely
care, Carol.
hopefully get to see you tomorrow night on our next stream. But alright guys, it's been almost an hour stream, which is really good.
Most of it was in the car, but
it's okay. That's fine.
because the cemetery
We spent about
was,
20-25 minutes out in the
the
cemetery
cemetery
getting...
was too scary.
Yeah. So, day 2 is down in the books. Day 3, night 3 I should say, is coming up in Yuma, Arizona. And then
Unless
we'll be back in
changes.
unless something changes, but we'll let you guys know on Twitter. And earlier than the last, and the rest of the week, we'll be back in San Diego to continue the live streams and videos. So, love you guys.
Love you
We'll
guys.
see you guys
Everybody
tomorrow
have a great
night.
night. See you soon.